Hi guys, and welcome to Finish It Friday, episode 143. So here's where we left off on Wednesday. Now I think we decided that we were going to do it like this. Alright, so this is my card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We have my 2 and 7, we have the layer here, which is 4 by 5 1/4. We have 2 and 7/8 by 2 and 7/8, 2.5 by 2 1/8, and then 7/8 of an inch by 3 1/4. All right, so the first things first, I am going to stamp on my little strip here with this happy birthday from Simply Said. It is quite literally my go-to greeting anymore, and I'm going to do it flush right, just because this card's moving towards the right here. And now what I'm going to do, let me move this off to the side a little bit. I am going to go ahead and run all of these through an embossing folder. Now I'm very excited about this embossing folder. In fact, I haven't even opened it up yet. So let's go here. Now it's a 3D embossing folder, so you're going to see you only use plate 1 and plate 4. So here's plate 1, here's my plate 4, and here is Sunflower 3D embossing folder. Available in July for customers. We could buy it ahead of time. Alright, yeah, I don't ever keep those plastic pieces, and I very rarely keep these, but I'll put this up here just for now. But look at this. Look how gorgeous that is. Alright, so I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to put all 3 of those on, even my words. I usually don't emboss with the words, but I am going to this time. I'm going to find a place on here where there's a little less embossing, so the words aren't completely horrible when you read them. Then I'm going to put this right there. I'm going to put this right there. Alright, let me go ahead and lay these down so you can see. So this is going right over the center of that. I'm trying to get that happy birthday in there where there's a little bit of a valley, and I'm putting that straight in the center of that. Okay, put this in, put my plate 4 in, and let's run it through. This is the first time I'm using it, so hopefully you get a good impression. Remember, always put that hinge, the connected part, through first. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. Oh, that is so gorgeous. You know what? That's really good. I'm going to run this through again just because I may not have gotten it all the way in. So I'm just going to lock it back in. You can feel how it locks right back in. So I didn't get that part there. So again, hinge going to go first. I don't know if maybe I didn't have my plate on there. Let's see how it looks now. Okay, much better. Look at that. So gorgeous. There's that piece. Then here's my little greeting that's slightly embossed. All right, let me put that back over here on my side table, side counter, whatever you want to call it. And let's put this down. All right. Oh, I got black in there. Good thing we're covering it up. All right, because that is a 3D embossing folder, and it really breaks down those fibers, I'm going to use tear and tape on my embossed parts. But the soft sea foam did not go through a folder, So I can go ahead and just put my seal on there. Let me put that underneath here so I don't get stuck on anything else. Make sure I'm opening it the right way. And looks great. All right, let's put the pieces on all of these. I'm not going to go around the edges on these. I'm just going to put them up and down. And then on the back side of that, you know what? Let me pop that one up. I'm going to pop that one up with dimensionals. All right. Oh, those are mini dimensionals. Lord. There we have bigger ones. But I don't have my little packing tape on there, so I'll have to pull off those paper backings myself. Alrighty. So let's go ahead, peel these off. You do want to kind of burnish the end. I'm not going to burnish all the way across like I usually do though, because I'm afraid of potentially ruining that embossing by pressing down. All right, so I'm just burnishing the one end. As long as one side's going to stick down, the rest will stay on there. There you go. Let's do this like this, getting just the smallest of border there. Hey, while you're thinking about it right now, give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. All right, now I'm going to leave very little border again here. And let's just do on all of them, let's just do the iridescent foil. I think I have one that's already open. Yep, there's one that's already open. Let's just go ahead and use these for all of them because I didn't put any embellishments on my others. So let's just do them all at once. How about that? Let's do a big one, a little one, and another big one. All right. So here's this. Now you could drag a stamp head across that if you want to, or you could brush it with your Wink of Stella. I'm going to leave it just like that. I think that's just enough. Oh, I dropped one there. All right, so let's go ahead and show you the other cards I did. Might have to add a few embellishments to this. This last weekend, I did the Gallery Blooms. So this is that Designer Series paper I was telling you about that I didn't use. Just did some splatters with my Stampin' Blends. Let's put a couple on there. Maybe we can do a bigger one there. Let's do a small one there and a small one there. So there's that one. How pretty. All right, and the last one, I rarely use black for my card base, so I will have to put a piece inside here. But here, I used my craft white pad. That flower is from Pretty Florals. I think this is the set I'm going to use tomorrow on my introducing series. But there's that. Now let's put a couple more jewels on there. Right there. All right. And there's that last one. All right. So there you are, guys. Episode 143 in the books. Again, give me that thumbs up if you don't mind. Share on your social media. Share my website with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.